Good morning, good morning, good morning. Today is Thursday, May 1st, 2025, back with another episode. Thank y'all for tuning in. I really appreciate it. And let me see where I'm going to go with this. I'm still kind of groggy and sleepy, right? I was just looking at something on Facebook as I was waking up. You know how you sit on the edge of the bed, let you come to your senses. Thank God for allowing me to live to see another day and all that stuff, right? And I was scrolling through Facebook and seen a few reels. And I seen the same type of reel more than once. And I'm like, is there some type of meaning that I'm supposed to be getting from this? What I just saw. And I put it all together. And it made me think of where we are today as a country, as Americans, as America, overall as a whole. Our mindset, the type of spirit we have in America right now that we don't have anymore, that we used to have, but we don't have that same spirit no more. It's gone. It's left us. That spirit that made America the greatest, strongest, most feared country on the planet. Hold on. We had a spirit. No matter whether you were a Democrat, Republican, black, white, gay, straight, didn't matter what you was. As an American, we had the same spirit at one time. It was just throughout the whole entire country. A fighting spirit. A spirit of courage, perseverance, endurance, hard work. Don't F with me, spirit. We had in America at one time. And that spirit allowed us to survive some extremely challenging times. That spirit allowed us to live and make it through the American Revolution, Civil War, slavery, Jim Crow segregation, all types of problems that would have destroyed other countries. But America had a fighting spirit amongst the people to where we endured and persevered and made it through all that. See, slavery was a challenge to where if we didn't have that fighting spirit as a country, we wouldn't have survived. See, this fighting spirit had one side fighting against the other for what they believed in, but they was willing to fight and die for it, even if one side was wrong or not. We had a fighting spirit. We fought for what we believed in. Right or wrong, we were willing to fight for it. And that's how we made it this far, in spite of all we went through. No other country would have made it through what we went through without the spirit that we had. No other country could have survived half their citizens being enslaved by the other half if it wasn't for a fighting spirit. See, those slaves, those Africans that was brought over here on slave ships had a fighting spirit. Even the slave masters and the people that held them captive had a fighting spirit. It was wrong, but it was a fighting spirit. And at some point in time, those spirits came together and decided we should all go in this same direction as one. Not perfect, but as one. And once that happened, America got even stronger, more prosperous, better, not perfect, better. It still ain't perfect, never will be. But we had that fighting spirit. And the video I was watching, which I already knew this and I've said this before, but that video that I was watching brought it home to me. That we don't have that fighting spirit no more. It's gone. We don't have a country full of fighters no more. We have some fighters, but once upon a time we had a country full of fighters. Full of soldiers, full of warriors, the men and the women. When it came down to us having to do what we need to do against any enemy, we had that fighting spirit. We would not, I repeat, we would not, no matter how much we battle amongst each other, like a brother and a brother fighting amongst each other, but when it comes to the outsiders, the two brothers go put their beef aside and go against that outside enemy. Like two brothers that fight against each other. But when it comes time to go against some outsiders, they're going to put their differences aside as brothers and fight against that foreign enemy, that outside threat. Once upon a time, America used to be like that. That fighting spirit. To where no matter what we had going against each other, slavery, Jim Crow, whatever, when it comes to some outside interests, we were going to join together and take care of that. And then we get back to fight amongst each other later. But we knew in order to survive as a whole, we had to join together when it came to dealing with outside problems. Other places, Germany and Japan or whoever. We couldn't be divided and fight amongst each other and handle that. Or we wouldn't be here. We'd have been gone. But right now, ladies and gentlemen, it ain't like that no more. See, we still have differences amongst each other, as we always have and always will. Even family members. You may have differences with your brother, with your sister, with your mother, your husband, your wife. You're going to have differences with other human beings. Because no two people are alike. But now we've reached a point where that fighting spirit is gone. And when outside enemies come against us, we don't unite no more on the home front and take on all challenges. We don't do that no more. Now we got people that take sides with the enemy because of their disagreement with their fellow Americans. Because they disagree with their fellow Americans, they will take the side of the enemy. They would join the enemy against their own brother because of their disagreement with their brother. That was unheard of when I was growing up. That was unheard of even during slavery, unheard of. Yeah, we fight amongst each other. But to turn against each other for the enemy, for the outsiders? A house divided shall fall. And we've fallen and can't get up. And what really brought that home for me was when I was watching this video. How I got to this conclusion off this video, I don't know, but that's where it took me. I'm watching a video of 4 pit bull dogs laying on the ground. And a cat walked past them. They looked up at the cat. I'm thinking, oh, Lord, they're finna do something, How it used to be. That fighting spirit. It was even in the dogs and the cats in America. But when I saw this video, the dogs raised up, the cat walking by, I'm looking at this cat like, he better take off. He better run. That cat just strutting. Stopped, looked over at the dog, turned back around, just taking his own little sweet time. And you know what them dogs did? Laid back down. What's the problem, Big Ward? The fighting spirit is gone. It's been permeated and infiltrated, went all down to the animals. The American fighting spirit is no longer here. When I saw them dogs not get after that cat, I knew, that brought me to that conclusion. Like, damn. Even the dogs don't even chase cats no more. That's how far. I mean, a lot of y'all might not see it like that, but Big Ward, you reaching. Whatever. I'm telling you what I saw. What it meant to me when I saw 4 pit bulls laying on the ground, raise up to see it, look at a cat walk past, and then lay back down. When once upon a time, I don't care if it was a chihuahua, if they saw a cat, it's game on. Pew! And that cat gonna haul ass. Because he knew that dog was coming after him. But that's when the fighting spirit still was all throughout America. Now, our military is having a hard time recruiting people for the military just in case something happens. We ain't got nobody to go fight. Because the fighting spirit, that feeling of serving our country, protecting our country. I don't like that president, but do you like your mama? Do you like your daddy? Do you like your kids, your family? Cause this their home too. Who gonna protect them? You worried about one man. Gonna turn you against everybody. Protecting this country, you ain't doing it for that one man you don't like. When I joined, I wasn't doing whoever the president was at the time. I wasn't joining for him. My mama lived here. I live here. It was something to be proud of. I'm going to the Marines. You couldn't tell me nothing. Now, that damn chip, don't you go in no military. Dogs don't even chase cats no more in America. Now, I'm not saying that it doesn't happen somewhere. Some of y'all might say, nah, Big Boy, I just saw a dog getting out of a cat. I'm telling you what I'm seeing and what it made me think of. How America has lost its fighting spirit. Right now, America is a paper champ. If anybody in boxing knows, or just in sports know what that is, America is a paper champ. America is not the same fighter it used to be. The spirit ain't here no more. And when you think of spirits, I'm thinking that was the spirit of God. In God we trust, like on the money, and one nation under God. When we trusted and believed in God, even though we wasn't perfect, we'll never be that, but we were a nation under God, and we admitted that, we spoke it, we said it, one nation under God. You can't even say that no more. So that fighting spirit we had was God's protection over us as a nation. We couldn't have got to where we was without God's protection, without God's help. Because everybody is sinners right throughout the whole world. But one thing about America, we did, no matter what we were doing wrong, we acknowledged God. God said, you acknowledge me, I'll acknowledge you. We don't do that no more. So what's going to happen is God has removed his fighting spirit from us. He removed his hedge of protection from us. We no longer acknowledge God. We actually mock God, make fun of God. He ain't real. We're in Babylon now. All we care about is debauchery, just doing any and everything we feel like doing. God has removed his fighting spirit. A lot of us haven't recognized it yet. Don't even realize God is gone. When David went up against Goliath, he wasn't scared because he knew he had God behind him. But if God wasn't behind David, Goliath would have destroyed him. He would have had no chance. What propped up and lifted up America was God, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if y'all noticed it or not. Some of y'all can feel it. I've noticed it. God is gone. God ain't rocking with us right now because we ain't rocking with him. God didn't turn his back on us. We turned our back on him. You can't even, you say the thing about God, you acknowledge God, people look at you like you crazy. In America. So now we reach the point, and if we go to any battle, we're going to lose because we don't have God behind us no more. We don't want nothing to do with no God. We got this. We did this. God didn't do this. We did it. So God said, you know what? Okay. Y'all about to find out. Lo and behold, that's where we are right now. The condition, the problem, the trouble in the world that we have in America right now, as a result of turning our back on who got us here. Thinking we did this. That fighting spirit that I was talking about, or that I'm talking about, that was the spirit of God that was behind us. Fighting our battles. Not no more. We won't win. We can't find our way out of paper bag right now. Cause that true strength that we had is gone. So now I look around and I see dogs that won't even chase a cat in America. Take it how you want to. Those who get it, get it. We're in trouble. If we don't get God back, it's lights out. Get it, got it good. Bye.